And we're here, bro. I mean, last time we did this, it said 1, 2, 3. Now we're just on, right? So,
yeah.
Welcome, Charles Maund Toyota. This is Car Buying Tips, and my name's Chris Martinez. I've got my man here, DJ Futuristic Wallo,
Yeah.
Wally, aka what else we got you for, bro?
Man, that's about it, man.
That's it.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
all right.
Hey,
cool.
it's Wallo.
You know, DJ Wallo is
that's right.
here.
That's right. Yes, sir.
All right. So, hey guys, today we're going to be talking about Gap. Do you think everybody knows what Gap means?
Probably not, but just to let all our viewers know what GAP is, it's Guaranteed Asset Protection. That's what that acronym stands for.
Guaranteed Asset Protection. Why is it important to have Gap?
It's very important to have GAP or protect your assets, and so to speak, because you never know what's going to happen. It's the peace of mind that unfortunately, when you buy a car, they're depreciating assets. Unfortunately, it happens. New models, new years, new rebates, everything like that. So as you're driving, and when you put a little bit more miles on the car gets older, or you have a body style change. Of course, it's going to be worth a little less than what you bought it for. Unfortunately,
happens, right?
You can't blame a company for getting better, right? So when
it's just like the iPhone, right? So
that's right.
I paid X amount of money for mine, and then I had to trade it in and get another one.
Right? We didn't get what you paid.
No, sir.
Exactly. Yeah. So what it does is, in the event of an accident or a total loss, it takes care of the gap. It's the word gap. From which
we might have to put something like right here, say something about gap.
Yeah, there it is. Like boom, like a little, right there.
Right there.
Yeah.
Right?
So, no matter what happens and no matter what your insurance company pays on that vehicle, it will never be what you paid for the car, unless there is a substantial down payment, which is another story. But let's say you come in and buy a car like us normal people and don't have a whole lot of money to put down,
Well, so you're telling me this is probably better just for people that finance it?
Just for people that finance, okay. Absolutely.
And so if you have money down, you don't like big money down, you don't really need it then.
Right? Yeah. If you've got 20-30% down, there's no purpose, right? Okay. No purpose at all. But if you don't have that much down,
like the rest of us,
right? Like us, and then you're gonna owe the bank what you owe the bank, and then the insurance company is gonna give you whatever they deem fair market value for the car, and that gap there, it could be 10 grand, could be 15 grand, could be 5 grand. It pays for that, and it makes.
Do you have any real life experiences, someone where they actually had to use the gap?
I do myself.
Okay,
myself.
Tell me about that.
Actually, I had 2 experiences. I had one without and one with. So I learned from both sides of the
right. Yeah. One, you learned the hard way, and then you learned, okay, it does work.
That's it. All right, y'all. Don't laugh at me, but my very first car was a Pontiac Sunfire. It was like electric blue, and I just said, you know what, man, that $10 a month was just too much for me.
You said no way.
I said no way, and then as I'm driving, out of the 3rd year I had that car, come up, get T-boned by a truck, bam, right there on the side. And it doesn't take much to total a Spitfire, man.
No.
Boom, and it's gone. Okay. So my insurance company said, "Oh, well, glad you're okay. Let me. I owed $13,000 on the vehicle. They gave me 6, so we can kind of do the math on what I had to come up with.
We might actually have to put that in here somewhere too.
Yeah, put a little math equation right there.
You know how much negative equity and just how much
the
value, right?
That's true.
We just hired a new video editor.
Oh, nice.
And she actually works here with us, so hopefully she can see the video and kind of put that together. That little thing in
there. There you go. Right. So I learned the hard way. But I wouldn't be sitting here telling you these stories if I didn't learn the hard way. So everything happens for a reason.
So you're talking $10 a month. Had you have paid?
Yep.
The insurance company or the gap company, the Guaranteed Asset Protection Company, would have covered that gap.
They would have covered that entire amount that wasn't covered by my insurance company. And it would have enabled me to go right into a dealership and go buy another car. But you know what happened to me? I was paying $386 a month on a car that was sitting back there with both airbags deployed in the back of Union City, Georgia.
Man, I don't want to smile about that one, but wow.
It's kind of.
That's a tough deal.
Right? It is. It's bad. So And like I tell,
And then the whole time you're probably thinking that the dealership got you.
yeah, of course, of
Okay.
course. You know, I walk back in there like, man, I had this bad accident, and they looked at me like, okay, well, I'll be glad to help you get another one, but what about this balance that you still owe? You know? And then I said, all right, well, what do? I was young. I went in there,
And that's part of so some of the problems, right? You weren't as educated as you are today, right?
That's correct.
So, and that's part of why we're actually doing these type of videos, because we want to educate people on reasons why you need to buy Gap, warranties, different products that we sell. We definitely want to show you the benefit of them, and that way, when you do come in, it makes it easier to present the products that we're talking to you about today. And you can move forward with them. So,
right, because when you're educated, you make an informed decision. I was uneducated. I made a bad decision. So from here on out, though, you know, I've always purchased Gap.
you know,
you know,
I had to.
like
I leased a vehicle for my family, and we had to get Gap. So
there you go.
It's just one of those things that you want to have, be protected. You never know. God forbid you never have to use it, but you know, it's just one of those things that, just in case.
And it's better to have and not need than need and not have.
Right?
Right?
So,
you know what I mean?
Anything else you want to add about Gap?
Sure. Another scenario where somebody would be a candidate for guaranteed asset protection or Gap is when you come in and you didn't total your car, but you took a lot of road trips. You came in, you went over the 12 or 13, isn't it 15,000 miles a year now?
Yeah.
Right?
Well, you can do up to 18,000 miles.
Right, but let's say somebody did they 10x and did 30,000 miles a year. They just kept on driving, right? They kept driving, and they drove and then they came and said, you know what, let's drive over here. Let's go trade this vehicle in. Well, unfortunately, it isn't worth exactly what you owe. So, just round numbers. You owe $10,000. It's worth $5,000. We got to carry that over because not all of us have, I don't have $5,000 laying around to put down towards something.
That's a lot of money.
Right. So it's going to roll on top of the vehicle, and your payment's going to be affected by that. Now, without Gap, it puts you right back in the scenario of you financing your negative equity, is what we call it, plus the vehicle, plus the tax, title, and license. I mean, we're starting way up here when we're supposed to be starting about right there. So we're starting off with a Gap, right? And the Gap only gets what? Bigger as you drive. So that's another scenario that I wanted to touch on, is that you're a great candidate for Gap. Negative equity doesn't mean you can't buy a car. We definitely can put you in whatever it is that your heart desires. However, we want you to make an informed decision as to when you're buying the vehicle that your heart desires.
Well, I like it. Well, I think that's our time.
Mm-hmm.
Tune in every week, guys, or actually every week I'm going to be with my man Wally here, but every day we've been trying to push out some more content for you guys to help educate the buyers out there. But tune in next week when we talk more about Jet, right? Or Tire and Wheel. We might talk about Tire and Wheel, but all the products that we have. But again, my name is Chris Martinez, Charles Maund Toyota.
I'm Wally Muhammad. By the government, DJ Wallo, on the social media, you know what I mean?
Right. And this is it, Car Buying with Charles Maund Toyota. Stay tuned.
All right.
Thank you.